Welcome to Poets from the Neighborhood. I'm Louise Colln.
And I'm George Spain.
And we're going to read you some poetry. Poetry written by your friends and neighbors.
Toes by George Spain. Almost every night your toes leave your feet. They jump from the bed to the floor and meet other toes to run, to jump, and to play all through the night till the next light of day, when they hurry to climb back onto the bed and onto your feet and not on your head. Big toe on one side, little on the other, three in the middle, in the right order. But when you awake, check each one with care, so your fathers aren't there, all covered with hair.
Oliver Inspects a Yard by S.R. Lee. Strangers roamed our yard last night, came in from the road or from the woods up the hill, perhaps even out of the creek across the fields. Silent in the darkness, invisible to humans sleeping indoors. Strangers walked here and there, twisted around trees, brushed the daffodil leaves, stopped halfway down the front walk, not braving the front stoop. They frequented the dead leaves scattered under trees across the drive, explored under the deck, rested near the outdoor fireplace, climbed the woodpile. During the night, Oliver growled or barked. We woke enough to say, hush. Outdoors today, Oliver shows me here and there, and here they walked or crawled or skittered, tried to enter this hollow tree, rested below this window, left footprints in that softer ground. Oliver will gladly lead me through tangles of underbrush, our small streamlet, back and forth along the drive, under a fence where I do not follow, to every inch on which those strangers roamed last night.
Day at Dawn by Gail, Buntin, Haddock. The old cedars stand black against the white, bright mist. In the distance, stacked tiers of ridgy woods lie somber and quiet beneath a pale and clear gray-pink dawning sky.
Acrocats by Amy E. Hall. Cats can contort their bodies into such curious configurations. Whether for bathing, hunting, napping, or recreational purposes, they can be seen in the most peculiar forms. I am convinced that cats would make incredible gymnastic competitors, curvy little acrobats with keen eyesight, magnificent agility, and 9 lives apiece.
The Dirty Boys by Stanley Hime. The dirty boys never knew about soap. To see them clean was our fondest hope. But they wore their dirt like a badge of honor, and if you complained, you were a goner. One sure way to incur their wrath was to suggest they take a bath. And another hint that always fails is to ask them to clean their fingernails. Yes, they were known as the Dirty Boys. They'd chew your gum and break your toys. There wasn't anything they wouldn't do if it was an aggravation to you. One time, in a field all covered with mud, they herded a cow and stole her cud. Yes, they were really bad boys, I'd say. They caught a horse and stole its neigh. They thought it was nothing but a joke when they caught a frog and stole its croak. They ganged up on a cat somehow and left the poor thing without a meow. And if that wasn't enough, for goodness sake, they pulled the plug and drained Percy Priest Lake. They took the school typewriter and rearranged the keys. When you typed the word doggy, it came out fleas. One might wonder where their parents were. They drove big cars and dressed up in fur. They couldn't bother with these boys, you see. Their main focus was high society. Then the mayor decided what he must do. He'd show those boys a thing or two. Yes, he had fixed those boys all clad in dirt. He vowed to clean 'em up, and he bet his shirt. Then for the boys came that fateful day. He lured them to where they couldn't get away. Fire hoses were laid out to the boys unseen, then high-pressure nozzles washed them all clean.
Reprisal by Cadenberg. We weigh the mystery of a name, the sound in our mouths, the way we will say it when she sneaks out after midnight, the way she will write it age 6, loosely gripping a number 2 pencil, the way a lover will scrawl it into the bark of an elm, the way it will sound when spoken by her first child, unlearned and strange, the way her great-granddaughter will forget it until she is 4 months along, making lists of names and hears it new and unfamiliar. Her bereft months practice for saying it over and over, the slate wiped clean. Thank you for being with us today.